4 years have passed since the mortal races banded together and stood united against the might of the Burning Legion. Though Azeroth was saved, the tenuous pact between the Horde and the Alliance has all but evaporated. The drums of war thunder once again.
I'm Mr. T, and this is my Night Elf Mohawk.
Cut, T, there's no such thing as a Night Elf Mohawk.
Shut up, fool! Like I was saying, my Mohawk storms through mighty forests on his frost saber. My Mohawk...
T, it's a warrior, not a Mohawk.
Well, maybe Mr. T hacked the game and created a Mohawk class. Maybe Mr. T's pretty handy with computers. Had that occurred to you, Mr. Condescending Director? I'm Mr. T, and I'm a Night Elf Mohawk. What's your game?
Wait a second. Was that Mr. T? Was he promoting a video game? Let me take another look.
I'm Mr. T.
Yep, that's him all right. When did he start playing video games? Oh yeah, probably about the same time all of us did. Video games have come a long way since the inception of Pong. They've undergone several cycles of evolution from the Atari 2600 to the Nintendo Entertainment System to the Sony PlayStation. And each time, there's always something new to play with. The most revolutionary of these being the capability to play online. Who wants to meet up at the arcade or bring a spare controller to a buddy's house when they can have all the fun without ever leaving the house? So where exactly does World of Warcraft play into all of this? For those of you amongst the uninformed, World of Warcraft is part of the gaming genre known as an MMORPG, which stands for Massively Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game. In an MMORPG, the player creates a character, also known as an avatar, which is used to interact with other players in a massive virtual world. Simply put, World of Warcraft isn't the first to do what they do, they merely do it right. So what has success brought the creators of Warcraft? Money, and lots of it. With close to 10 million subscribers paying $15 a month, there's definitely no shortage of it. World of Warcraft is so popular that a feature-length film with a budget of over $100 million is currently being planned. So all the popularity is great, right? Not necessarily. Because of all the popularity, Warcraft has been under much scrutiny. The biggest concern amongst the population is the addictive nature of World of Warcraft. Many subscribers end up playing so much that they often neglect various aspects of their life, including their health, their job, their social life, and more. This has become such an issue in China that the Chinese government has passed a law requiring Warcraft to have an in-game timer that restricts the playtime of its users. But is this a serious problem that needs to be addressed, or is it simply part of the evolution into a digital society?
I've been playing World of Warcraft for about 3 years, about 2 to 10 hours, 2 to 15 hours, every day if I can. I like the whole player versus player aspect. You get to kill other people, I mean, not in real life, but in the game, and just see what the reactions are and, what they say and bend. You meet a lot of new people. I've met people in Australia that I still talk to every day, and, they're really cool. Basically just meeting new people is pretty much a really good benefit, From my personal experience, I've gained a lot of weight from it. I've really didn't lose friends, but some of them I really don't talk to that much anymore, It's just, stuff happens, I guess, so. There's been some other things in my life that I've been addicted to, but World of Warcraft or these MMOs, it's a pretty big addiction. I mean, I know a lot of people they get addicted to it and they can't stop playing it, and it's almost like a tobacco, you just want to keep going back for more and more, and so.
I've been playing World of Warcraft for 3 years now. I play World of Warcraft probably 6 days a week. When I play for about either anywhere from 2 hours to 14, 15 hours. I like playing MMORPGs the most because the social aspect of the game, it is a very strong social aspect. And without the social aspect, I wouldn't be spending so much amount of my time on it because I'm having fun with other people as well playing the game. There's good life lessons, as in managing money, managing your time, cooperating with other players, different life skills, to be honest. I've learned a lot through playing World of Warcraft. I really think that there's some negatives in online role-playing games, that there's so much good things about it that you kind of deny what's in real life. You kind of like some like real life things that need to be done, maybe getting to work on time or any other things that you can think of, you know, just time mismanagement.
World of Warcraft I started playing in June of '06, I believe, and I kind of just messed around with it, played Halo, and then I really started getting into it October of last year when I started the character that I play now. When I keep track, I usually play online for, I'd say, a good 6-8 hours. It's an easy way to be at home and feel kind of like you're doing something rather than just sitting around doing nothing. It gives you kind of a way to kind of test your leadership skills without having any like real consequences that like fall back. Because I used to own a business, and like if you mess up there, you're done. But in this game, if you mess up, then somebody leaves. Who cares? I mean, a lot of people that play this game are like kids and stuff. I think for kids, it kind of falls upon the parents. But I think in this day and age, the parents are so much like, okay, I get a break from them, have them go do whatever they want. But for people my age, I'd say it falls on us, just because if you don't pay attention to what you're doing, you can get lost in it.
I actually think it'd be better to ask how many hours was I away from World of Warcraft. My day was pretty much based around getting on, logging on for raids, farming for stuff. Work was kind of there just to kind of keep me going and support my habit. It was really just kind of an escape from everyday life. You know, you can jump on your computer and log on and just basically forget about all your crap that you had to do that day, or you know, things you've got planned in the future. You can kind of just focus on getting the task done, completed that you wanted to do. I gained more in-game friends, and I gained more relationships with people online rather than creating new connections with people in real life. More detrimental to my personality, I would think. I'm a little bit of an extroverted person, so for that switch, it kind of threw me off. It's a double-sided sword here. You've got the younger crowd that's wanting to play these games because their friends play them or for any given reason. And then you've got, on the other side, the parents that don't want these games to be coming out, with the hilt of the sword, of course, being the game developers. It's tough to say who's to blame. I don't really think there's a finger to be pointed in a sense. It's more of a collective effort of what is an individual eventually going to do. I mean, if a person feels more secure with themselves online, then they're going to gravitate more towards that situation. People like myself, I mean, I'm trying to get rid of my World of Warcraft account. I would tend to gravitate more towards, a real life situation. As far as a remedy to the whole, online player games, I don't see it to be a problem. I see it to be an issue, not a problem, in a sense. Where people can fall on both sides of the berm in this one, it's the same thing. I don't think there needs to be a remedy. I just think that more people need to be conscious of how addicting games like these can be, and at the same time they need to understand that they need to exercise moderation from their own standpoints.
So what's the solution? Is World of Warcraft a major issue? Should something be done to stop it before it can affect millions of others? Or is it possible that Warcraft is merely part of the transition from a local society to a more digital world domain? Older generations had a terribly difficult time trying to understand the things we embrace in everyday life, such as rock and roll and television. Is this merely the next big thing? There are many questions to be answered, but there is one definitive answer. This issue will be around for quite a long time. However, it's safe to say that when it finally is decided, the way we do things will be very different.